My dear children, welcome to the accountancy class. Today, we are going to study a new chapter, that is accounting for bill of exchange. Let me ask one question. Have you heard the term bill of exchange? Yes, we have already studied that bill of exchange is a source document. The important source documents of a company are bill, receipts, vouchers, cash memos, etc. Bill of exchange is a negotiable instrument. What is meant by negotiable instrument? Negotiable instrument is a combination of two words, negotiable meaning transferable and instrument meaning document. It is a written document freely transferable which entitles a person to certain sum of money. Businessmen do not like to sell the goods on credit, but they have to sell it due to the competition in the market. Selling goods on credit does not mean that the seller should not ensure himself about the payment of goods. The seller asks the purchaser when he will be making the payment. The purchaser may reply that the payment will be made within 2 or 3 months. Should seller take it as granted that the purchaser will be making the payment as promised? It has been our experience in life. Words are very cheap. It is very easy to make the promises, but it is very difficult to keep it. The seller would like to have a written statement to this effect. If the debtor agrees, the creditor will write a formal instruction to debtor to make the payment of certain specified amount on a expiry of specified period to him or to anyone else according to his instruction. This formal document is known as bill of exchange. Bill of exchange can be defined as, according to the Indian Negotiable Instruments Act 1881, a bill of exchange is an instrument in writing containing an unconditional order signed by the maker directing a certain person to pay a certain sum of money only to or to the order of a certain person or to the bearer of the instrument. Bill of exchange is drawn by a creditor upon his debtor. It instructs the debtor to pay a certain sum of money on demand or after the expiry of a specified period. It is a legal, valid contract or valid document. It is also a evidence of debt. The important features of bill of exchange are: it is an unconditional order, then written document, then order to pay specified amount, then payment on specified date, signed by the drawer, payment to the drawer or endorsee. These are the important features or characteristics of bill of exchange. My dear children, this is the format of or specimen of bill of exchange. A bill of exchange contains an unconditional order to pay a certain amount on an agreed date, while in the case of promissory note, it contains an unconditional promise to pay a certain sum of money on a certain date. In India, these instruments are governed by the Indian Negotiable Instruments Act 1881. A bill of exchange is a negotiable instrument. The important features of bill of exchange are: a bill of exchange must be in writing. Then it is an order to make the payment. Then third point is, the order to make the payment is unconditional. The maker of the bill of exchange must sign it. The payment of the bill of exchange should be made within specified date. The payment to be made must be certain. The date on which the payment is made must also be certain. The bill of exchange must be payable to a certain person. Then next point is the amount mentioned in the bill of exchange is payable either or demand or on expiry of a fixed period of time. The bill of exchange must be stamped as per the requirement of the law. Generally, a bill of exchange is drawn by the creditor upon his debtor. It has to be accepted by the debtor or someone on his behalf. Now I am going to give an example. Mr. Anand sold goods to Rohit on credit for Rs 20,000 for 2 months. To ensure the payment on due date, Anand draws a bill of exchange upon Rohit for Rs 20,000 payable after 2 months. Before it is accepted by Rohit, it will be called as a draft. It will become a bill of exchange only when the Rohit writes the word accepted on it and append his signature there to communicate his acceptance.